This course will help you get started with GPT for Sheets. GPT for Sheets is a Google Drive extension that integrates Google Sheets with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the large language model chatbot developed by OpenAI that became available to the public in November of 2022. The full name of this extension is GPT for Sheets and Docs because it also works with Google Docs, but for this course we're going to limit it to Google Sheets. We're not going to go into how the extension works with Google Docs, so just to save a few words, I'm going to call the extension GPT for Sheets. Let's look at some examples of how you can use GPT for Sheets. So here's a Google Sheet. Once you've installed GPT for Sheets, you'll see a sidebar over on the right. And let's say I want to create a list of 10 American inventors. So I would type that prompt in any cell, list 10 American inventors, and then I would need to type in another cell the formula. And the formulas may look a little daunting at first, but they're very easy to get the hang of, and most of the time the typing of the formula is automated. You don't have to do much typing yourself. So here's the formula. I'm going to press Enter, and it'll say loading, and then it will show me a list of 10 American inventors. Now let's look at a table function for GPT Sheets. So I've written a prompt that says 10 American inventors, their inventions, and the year they were invented. So I'll click in a cell and I'll type the formula. There's the formula. I'll press Enter. And now I've got a table that shows the inventor, the invention, and the year the invention was invented. And let's say I want to add one more column, so I'll go back up to my prompt and double click, and at the end I'll say, and a quote from the inventor. So we want a table of 10 American inventors, their inventions, the year they were invented, and a quote from the inventor. And I'll press Enter. And now we see a table with 4 columns, the inventor, the invention, the year, and the quote. And just to be clear, it sometimes takes a while for the data to load. So in some of these examples, I'm editing out a little bit of the time that it takes for the data to load, just so you don't have to sit there and watch the screen doing nothing. Let's look at one more. And now this is another table with the inventor, invention, year invented, quote from inventor. But I've done my own research and I've filled in the information for 2 of the inventors, Thomas Edison and Alexander Graham Bell. But I want to fill the rest of the data for the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inventors. So I'll click in the cell next to Philo Farnsworth and I'll type the formula. There's the formula. I'll press Enter. And now I've got the information for Philo Farnsworth, but if I click in the cell that says television and grab that cell by the lower right-hand corner and drag it down, I'll get the information for the other inventors. And I can even add names of new inventors and get the data I want for a new inventor. Let's look at one more. So this is text from a New York Times article about the president of the University of Pennsylvania who had to resign because of her testimony to Congress about anti-Semitism. And I want to extract from this article the names of all the people in the article who criticized Dr. McGill, the university president. So I'm going to click in this cell and type the formula and press enter. And then at the bottom of that cell, I'll see the names of the people in the article who criticized the university president. I can also ask a question about the article, such as, why did McGill resign? Press enter. And GPT for Sheets will answer the question I asked about why McGill resigned based on what it extracted from the article.